Venice, where hobby meets hustle. Listen up.
Like, what if my grandma...
Slab business,
Slab
no?
business.
Huh?
Back after another show. We've still not figured out this whole podcasting thing, but we are the number one podcast on all platforms of
Apple and Apple TV
and Hobbsy Network. True Social. Well, that's your platform,
Troll Central.
So what's that hat?
What do you mean? So what? Yeah, my guys at Noggin Boss. I reached out to Sean.
Yeah, they made your noggin look like a boss.
Yeah, this one is definitely the inside is tighter. It's real tight. You think it's the curve? You think it's the curve?
There's something going on with that hat. I don't know if oh god, I'm gonna lose it. I don't know if the logo. It looks way more Noggin Boss-y. Like your old hat looked normal. I guess maybe because I've seen it so much.
I gotta maybe send them a vector file so they don't have to put the white and flip this. So they don't have to put this white piece. But enough about me. You were in Philly. There are two things we got to talk about. You were in Philly. Talk to me. I couldn't go.
Yeah, good show. I think kind of stymied is the word by rain, like torrential downpour rain, which is weird because Friday was a little slower than not than I expected, because here's one thing about shows that I've realized and kind of just put into my thought process is we're not COVID times anymore. So Friday at a show, to expect people to be there at 2:00, like my kid's in school, my wife's at work. If I didn't work in the hobby, I'd be at work. So like to expect this giant crowd at these shows on these days leading up, I'm still shocked how many kids are there and why they're not in school. I mean, I get it. Like they're, learning a business, trade, skill, whatever, or learning a skill of doing the back and forth of buying and selling cards. And that's something we said. But like, so Friday was, normal for now times. And so everyone was talking about the rain. I don't know if anybody, if you lived in the Northeast, you knew what I was talking about. Like it was just that consistent pouring rain. Like, and in the beginning, I thought this will be a good thing, right? Because it's going to cancel soccer. It's going to cancel whatever outdoor activities people have planned. So let's go to a show, which I think a light rain does. The deep, like the heavy rain, like you just don't even want to go outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that did have a little bit to play in the show. But that said, very well attended show. First time ever setting up there. I've been there before and walked the floor once. It's in a good spot. And yeah, Ruben was there, but I didn't.
Oh, you saw my good friend Micah Rubin. Yeah, I had talked to him in Dallas. Not a big deal.
We're better friends than you are, but I mean, like we were in like a private area when we hooked up. Met, and you kind of just like screamed at him through,
No, I walked up to him and shook his hand.
No, so he was doing his thing. It was interesting too, because like he did spend a considerable amount of time there, but I'm trying to think, like I had this thought when I saw him from probably 20, 30 yards walking on the other side of the show, and the shows are all obviously aisles. And he made his way to go to different aisles and talk to different vendors and everything else. And I know that gets tiring, but like it's like an entourage. And he was there with like his family because he's from Philly. So his wife and I think his kids. So that was cool. He didn't make it down our aisle, which one thing I thought, man, what shitty luck. Like you're just happy, and not just me, like every vendor in my aisle was probably like, oh, I'd love to, I've met him. I'd love to, talk to him again and just show him.
Yeah, we both met him. It's not a big deal.
No, it isn't. But it is for some of these other vendors.
No, I'm just busting balls. I think it's a big deal.
Like if you
I'm just joking. I think it's a big deal.
And he just didn't choose to walk down or he didn't make it to your aisle. Like you're not mad. And like nobody's mad at him. He spent a bunch of time there. It's just bad luck that like didn't make it, like wherever he entered the show, it was just like, go up and down the aisle, stop at every,
yeah.
you know.
I caught him. When I caught him, I was on our old stomping grounds where the first Dallas show I was with you. I caught him right there before he even entered the show. So, well, actually, I saw him there, and then I went in the show and walked around and met up with him. But
well, that's the other thing too, and I'm self-admittedly bad at it. Like, I saw him from, he was walking the show. I could have easily went up to him, but like, what am I gonna like? I mean, yeah, I'll say what's up.
Well, Well, so I always but I always do. Bro, I always do. What do I call it?
Like the inverted like bump in.
Yeah, all the time to people. Like if I can, like if there's a moment to go actually say hi to someone. Like if I saw Jeff Gordon, I would take my time and go say hi to him. But for Michael Rubin, is just keep seeing the guy with the big hat. I talked to him once. He looked me up and down. I got the top jersey on. I told him about that. So the next time you see him, you say hi. Not that I'm going to get invited to the white parties, but it's one of those things where a little head nod here and there.
Right, yeah. And that's kind of that's all I really wanted, and I didn't end up happening. Like him just to acknowledge, like, I'm still grinding, still doing whatever since I met him at the National and kind of showing him. But another fact of it is too, like I was set up with Marino, shout out Dave. He put on another great trade nights across America with eBay and Wax Stars. But more so, like, I didn't know he was going to be there until like a day before, or when I was driving up. I think I saw like a tweet or something, and I'm such a like weirdo with that stuff. Like I want to like pull out all the stops. So like, not to say I didn't have a cool setup, but my setup was like half with another person, so it wasn't like all my stuff. So it's kind of like, I don't really mind if he doesn't walk by here. But I don't know. You always hope that like they would, just to see you out there grinding, you're actually still doing it, and that's really
well. That's even That's even for like another example of it is Kyle King of Cards. He always talks about, and you even see it with him, Ryan Johnson, guys like that.
Yeah,
where
Kyle was there.
CC2.
No.
Oh, I thought you were going to say CC2. No, I saw Kyle. Yeah, even guys like Santiago, where those relationships have been built over years, and it's repetition of Kyle probably goes to those guys all the time, even if he doesn't make a deal. It's the same type of thing. Is maybe by the third time, Ruben will say hi to me. It was the second time I met Gary V. Gary V was looking at me out the side of his eyes. I could tell. I was kind of walking next to him. And he looked at me, smiled, because I think he remembers. He always talks about he's a good member. He remembers, and I said hi to him and just walked away. So maybe on the third time, maybe I'll have a conversation with him rather than just shake his hand and walk away. But that's kind of how I do it, is kind of give people space, but name recognition, brand recognition, and then, 3, 4, 5 times you meet them, yeah, you're talking to him. And
honestly, I was shocked that he was there because the Wembanyama event going on.
Oh, great segue. So let's talk about this.
But hold on, so, put a capper on the Philly show. Great show. Highly recommend. I was going to call you because there's a lot of vintage there, but I didn't know what you were looking for, and I really didn't want to go around like trying to negotiate for you for a cheap price.
I'm broke anyways.
Good show. A lot of vendors. And I would highly recommend anyone to go, set up, do whatever. I mean, Philly show, definitely.
I have not been there yet either, but I will be at the next one. I haven't been there in 3 years, so. But listen, so Michael Rubin's in Philadelphia. One of the wildest events that I've heard of. I don't know if there's been others. Maybe in the 90s people did things. I don't remember hearing this, but everyone's heard by now, especially if you're watching us or listening to us, about the Wemby card. And it's the first one ever signed. There's 2 that say first ever, just to clear that up. One is the first ever Superfractor. The green one that he's showing off is the first card he's ever signed. And I didn't know this. So anyways, the card is given, right? I believe the guy's name is Ryan. I don't know his Instagram handle, but they pick number 15, and Wemby manhandles this piece, this beautiful piece Topps has, this beautiful piece, and he manhandles it. Come to find out, you had actually shown me a picture of it before, but I didn't realize what it was for. So you actually did the display for the Wemby card. So talk a little bit about that. And when did you know? Because I can't imagine, unless you already committed to the Philly show, that you wouldn't have gone to that event and schmoozed with the big boys. Talk to me.
Yeah, so I definitely. So I was talking with Clint. Shout out Clint Zion, all that, and he was talking with Fanatics to do some stuff, giveaway stuff for all the cards. So again, kind of backtrack on what the program was. It was the 99. All the cards were numbered to 99, so 99 of them. They're all redemptions, and everyone, first of all, wondered. Like, you literally made a post of Wemby signing that one card. He obviously signed all of them. So why are you doing redemptions? Mm-hmm. Now, this is where Fanatics, again, marketing flips it on its head and says, all right, you got a redemption. Come down, meet Wemby, and we're going to draw for the one. Because then everyone else was like, okay, well, who decided? Even people were going, they're probably not even going to give out that first ever sign. They're going to keep it, like all the conspiracy bullshit. But so I was talking with Clint, and funny enough, Sarah from Topps and Fanatics, great. I worked with her in a prior project for a different company, but she's over at Topps now, just crushing it. She was working on this event, and she's like, we got the stuff. You know, Clint hooked it up with the little one cases for every card. We really want something to pop for the one first ever. And that's where I go to work. I mean, I just eat that world. I love it. Yep. Like, tell me something I haven't seen before. So, and this wasn't super crazy because it was all kind of a time constraint too. But so they reached out. I didn't, you know what? Even with the Philly show not going on, I still have not figured out how.
Yo, Corey, no. Let me interrupt you. Next time that happens, you get a +1, and you bring me.
Right,
but I'll show you how.
Yeah,
we do it.
My problem is not going. My problem is like worming my way into the invite.
What do you mean worming your way? You literally go. Oh, I can get that done for you. Hey, any chance I can get a +1? And Sarah would have been like, absolutely.
Yeah, probably.
But because here's the other thing. So here's how it also worked out. We were supposed to go to a show in San Antonio, 22nd, 23rd. That show gets canceled for the Wemby event because two of the guys that put on the show were actually at the Wemby event from San Antonio. So we were almost down there anyways, and I had talked to Reza beforehand. He was going to try to get me in with him. When I say try, he just mentioned it because he took his daughter. So
yeah, he
I obviously yeah.
It's like man. I think I'll take you like with no intention. Like, oh yeah, I'll meet you out at the bar later, and you're just like in your underwear on your couch, like
So the best part was I hit him up, and I was like, yo. You going to the Wemby event? And he says to me, he's like, do you know anyone that can get like me in? And then I'm like, I didn't know at that point Jeff and Wilson was going. So blah, blah, blah. And then 2 days later, he's in the event.
Yeah, he's good. He is a hobby connector, and he's connected. So that's not surprising. Dude, I have to say again, whatever Kissing Fanatics ass, whatever you call it, dude, look at what they're doing. That is insane. That event is like, I guarantee some of those redemptions, once the thing was announced, like some people maybe were like, this is my chance. I'm not like as much a gambler. Let me just cash out and sold the redemption, or people were searching for them. I heard one guy had 13 of them. I don't know how that's possible.
No, I mean, it's possible if you're just buying them up, or he's written a lot of cases. Win? Well, what if they do this with the Tom Brady auto?
Why wouldn't they? Or something better. Dude, and they flew everyone down. Like, again, home run, absolutely, for me personally, home run, because I got to see all the social media. that's one thing that I need to get better at is like maximizing my visibility. Like people don't know that, probably don't know I made that. And now I'm like working, backtracking, trying to figure out how to get that out there. But again, I probably should, but I don't always capitalize on that. Al was just pretty awesome to make something like that. I will say, when he bear clawed that thing off that podium, I almost, like, I didn't even want to watch the end of the video because I thought it was going to, like, cut in the car. Because I didn't build it for it to be at that elevation.
Yeah, for it to be 7
how
feet.
tall that guy is?
Yo, he made Jeff.
Yo, he made everyone look like a little baby.
You see the Jeff Wilson post though, with Jeff Wilson standing next to him?
Yeah, dude, and it's funny too because like I think what makes it worse is whoever the camera person is has to be on like stilts because everything looks down because he's so tall, and it just, like that camera angle already makes the shorter person look shorter. I mean, even the guy who won the video was funny. He's like, anything you want to say to him? He's like, yeah, thanks. I knew I was gonna win. Or like, so like he just had no, I don't know what I would say.
Fanatics is going to put introvert people in the wildest spaces.
Oh, it's going to be so good. Yeah, I guarantee like 70% of those people were like terrified. They wanted to be called, but they were.
Well, do you know?
They didn't want.
Do you know how many people actually made it? Like because I don't think there was 99 people there.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think you can probably go back and look because they did like how they did the drawing. Like they drew the
number 15 one. I knew that.
Oh, you already know what's going to happen. Now all the redemptions that get pulled after the fact are going to be, I didn't get a chance to get to 99. Like,
yeah, but at least you're still getting the green. I mean,
yeah, and this is all added bonus. Like I said, dude, oh my God, dude, they're going to do something with Brady. They're going to think about how many people. So another cool thing was at the Philly show, I guess Allen and Ginter was released last week.
Dude, I love Allen and Ginter. I already ripped some.
Yeah, and I'm with the King Ripper himself, David Marino, who can't, like, dude, imagine that product doesn't even cost that much. And that he ripped like 2 or 3 boxes. I actually ended up ripping a box. My guy Raph ripped a case. Who ripped a case of it? He got a Kevin Hart auto redemption.
Redemption, though?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure they'll fill it.
Where the hell?
Or maybe they'll send him to Kevin Hart's house.
That would be dope. I'm looking for. I had some Ginter up here a second ago. I was going to show it off, but I literally don't see it now. All right, well, that ruins everything.
Yeah, but I saw Meek Mill's card, Lil Baby. Just a lot of that product's cool, and the price point's good. What's that?
Little out of 99, O'Neal Cruz, Allen and Ginter.
That's from this year?
No, it's from last year, but
who cares? We're not talking about last year.
I love Allen and Ginter.
Great, good story.
Pulled this 1 out of 5 from a blaster box the other day.
Of who?
Some guy I don't know.
Oh, that's the worst.
Dude, it is the worst. Out of 5 out of a blaster, bro.
That's crazy. I didn't even know those were in there.
Pulled this out of a blaster, though.
Who's that?
Rod Carew. A little Hall of Fame action.
That's cool.
A little frame action. All right. Well, I just wanted to talk to you about the Philly experience, which is technically, I feel like you talk about Philly, Michael Rubin fanatics. That's kind of, he's like the man in the city now. Yeah, and I mean, again, so one other note that I thought about from seeing Rubin and how he moved, like how he moved through the show and like how it's like obviously a big deal, like, and he's obviously done stuff to make himself in this light. Because you know how there's like celebrities and then there's like businessmen, right? And like he's a celebrity businessman. He is. He's both. He's a celebrity because of business. Yeah. And like, but what's crazy is
could you imagine walking? So like you made a product, I made a product. Imagine walking into a room of those people and being like, one Sunday, 70 to 75% of the people in this room will be wearing a shirt that my company made. Like, and probably like just in his daily life is like, imagine that many people were like using a Slab strong or like, I mean, it's not comparable because there aren't that many people, but like that's insane, dude. And that's got to be a wild like.
You see the tweet he put out. There was something like a few pieces of Philadelphia shirts went crooked. Yeah. So that's going to be interesting to see how because with the whole you see the 2 1-of-1s, the same card, the same superfractor went out.
Yeah, so that's confirmed. I saw the pictures. I didn't know that's confirmed that they were out.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see about because that's a bigger thing, right? Superfractors. If it was a bigger player, it would have went crazy. But to see how he handles card mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder. Well, they've already had some. I mean, and like I said, I think he'll like. Yeah,
but that was right when they bought Topps, though. Like, what was it? The SSPs didn't make the box. Remember that product?
Oh yeah, yep, yeah. And then they had to send out all those foil packs, or like, and then it was just like.
Yeah, I think that was 2021 Topps Chrome. That was the Wander box.
Oh, dude, is that guy done?
I don't know. I think we'll hear more. They're investigating, so I think it's going to take a little bit more. But he's on not the IR list. He's on some list.
Okay, one other thing I wanted to show you before we hop out. Did you see this? And this is, I'm assuming somebody made it. They did a ridiculously good job. And like, it's not just like a graphic, which I thought was crazy.
Yeah, that's Lamine James' page, right? I don't know if he made it, but I saw that on Lamine James. Yeah.
But, yeah, like it's lit, dude. It's
the real cards,
dude. It looks so legit. I was like shocked, like how legit it looks.
These card artists, man, they're about to get
dude. They're about to get I mean, this thing. But that's what I'm saying. Could you imagine if like when Topps like really and Fanatics really gets cranking like stuff like that, because they're in that like celebrity world. I don't know if I want to battle with like a Swiftie for a card.
Well, they've already done stuff like that. They did Fans of the Game. The Mark Wahlberg and the Patriots is a popular one.
Yeah, but that's nothing like this, dude.
No, I know, but think about they do a Fans of the Game Taylor Swift with the Chiefs, she's probably not even a Chiefs fan.
No, she's an Eagles fan. Yeah. But, I mean, if you're dating a guy, don't you, I mean, if you were dating an NFL player, wouldn't you be a fan of his team?
No.
WNBA player?
Did you see the first female non-kicker played it down in college, a D3 school? And she's a safety, and she rushed the quarterback and popped him.
No way.
Yeah, popped him. The highlights. He rushed her. He, she didn't get the sack, but he rushed her. I mean, she rushed him. Yep, first non-D3, but beastly. What else? All right. It's enough time. I don't know if I might go to Union Marketplace. Everyone should go. I might go. Union Marketplace is the second week. I think it's the 6th to the 8th or 8th to the 10th. Don't quote me. 6th to the 8th. 6th to the 8th in Del Mar, which is near San Diego. I believe I'm going to go there. After that, I go back to Providence for a wedding I got to go to.
I was just in Providence at a wedding. It was very fancy.
Yeah.
Well, I was in Rhode Island.
Yeah. Well, you was in Newport. And then I got to go to Toronto, but I know there's something in between. I'm missing the Nashville show for this wedding.
Yeah, you gotta go to more shows, dude, because it's annoying. People like I don't know why they think like you are in my pocket, and I just I'm like, oh yeah, where's Tim? And I'm like, I don't know.
Nah, this Toronto show, bro, is gonna be. This is gonna be the fun one. I think this is the most people that we know. Well, we know everyone there now, so it's going to see people. But you know, people from the States. I think this is the most that we'll know personally. I'm excited for the Toronto one. The Del Mar one's coming up. Then there's a Nashville show coming up. Do you all know when Chantilly is? I think isn't Chantilly coming up soon?
Yeah. Yep. And again, show fatigue is definitely real. I hope it doesn't, continue. But I think, Hobby seemed pretty strong. Philly was great, a little light, but I'm chalking that up to weather.
All right, I gotta go. I gotta do hobby things. I'm gonna sell cards. I'm about to sell some cards. Actually, I haven't done it in like a month.
All right, people on our podcast don't care that you're about to sell cards, so don't ever tell them again and get in your.
By the time you watch this, all those cards will be sold.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Shop for all things epic.